Here at the NFL's annual league meeting alongside NFL Media's insider Tom Pelissero, talking a little Broncos. The first wave of free agency is behind us, but what were your thoughts on what the Broncos were able to do?
They made moves like a team that knows they're entering a championship window. You go out and get a veteran like a Dre Greenlaw. You go out and get somebody like Talanoa Hufanga, who's an absolute playmaker when he's been healthy on the field. And then you finally get Sean Payton, his joker, that can unleash some different stuff in his offense. I mean, those are veteran-type moves. You don't make those if you think, hey, we're still in the slow build. You do that because you were a playoff-caliber team a year ago, and now it's, how do we go all the way to the top? I know that that's what Sean Payton always has goals in his mind. He's a Super Bowl winner. He expects big things from this team. Those are additive moves, with veteran-type players that you make because you believe we have a chance to compete to win the whole thing right now.
What were your impressions of Bo Nix this season and what he was able to accomplish?
Well, I saw George. He actually just jogged past us right here, but he looks very relaxed, not needing to look in the quarterback market. And that's kind of how it is. I mean, you're trying to find your guy, and if you get somebody on a rookie contract, it allows you to have them on cost control for 3, 4, 5 years, and that opens up all the resources that you can use elsewhere. I think the Bo Nix play in year one spoke for itself. I mean, he was, there were obviously the bumps in the early stages of the season, and him and Sean getting on the same page. And, it seemed like toward the end of the season, you really saw Bo open up, not just with his arm, but his legs. He can beat you in multiple different ways, continuing to build out the wide receiver group, adding Evan Ingram again. He's basically a big wide receiver who can do so many different things in that area of the game. I think that's going to be a big deal. So just continuing to add weapons around him and just fully form this offense around a guy that I know they're really, really excited about.
Now, I know you talked about a lot of those key guys. When you look at the 2025 season, how can the Broncos take the next step in your eyes?
Well, it's really about just continuing to be, competitive with the best teams that they face, and I think that they've shown that they're capable of that. Certainly last year, but really over the past couple of years here, they got a really tough division. That's job one. It's oversimplified. I know everybody says it, but when you're in a division with Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and Jim Harbaugh and Justin Herbert and Pete Carroll now with the Raiders, I mean, just within your own division, it's so competitive. And so, again, there's a lot of different goals out there, but job one is just, showing, hey, this is not, a dynasty that's completely unimpeachable from the Chiefs and they're just going to be on top forever. No, we got to try to knock them off. And again, they've been chipping away at, again, trying over these last couple of years to take steps forward. I think you've seen incremental growth in each quarter of the season for Sean Payton so far. And they're optimistic that, again, the growth of Bo Nix going into year two, they're going to be that much better.
I think Broncos country is definitely optimistic. We appreciate the time, Tom.
You got it.